All right, here we are. I'm gonna give you another little quick update. Turn my rock and roll down on the doors. All right, here we go. This is the passenger door, and I glued it up yesterday, or I actually last night, and it went together really good. And I still have to bend this back up here and then weld that seam. But what I did is you can see the epoxy that I put in there and the deck screw. And what I did is as soon as everything was still wet and none of the sheet metal was nailed down yet, I took the door, put it up onto the truck bed, clamped it in place to where all the body lines were good as I could get them with what I was doing. But it wasn't warped. Well, it was warped. It was warped pretty good up here, and then I pulled it in with a clamp. It must have been sticking out maybe 1/4 of an inch in this one corner. So I pulled it in with a big clamp and just left it overnight. And this morning when I took the clamps apart and pulled it out and made sure it wasn't glued to anything, and then stuck it back up here, it kept its shape. Yeah, it didn't pull that warp back in the door because the door apparently was twisted just a little bit. So by doing what I did, putting the doors on the cab, you can see this door I haven't taken off yet, and it's still clamped on. And you can see, it's not terrible at all. But you can see I just clamped it on into place while the glue was wet. And that way when I took it off this morning, the glue was dry and it kept its shape. And there's Mr. John.
He's a helper.
Yeah, a helper. He's a helper, all right. Yeah, he's a good guy. I give him a hard time, but he's working on a
real hard
Triumph on the other side. What is it? TR3?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, TR3. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and nail all the sheet metal down now that it looks like it's going to work. And so I think we're going to be good.
Everything's so perfect here.
Yes, perfect. Yep. So once I do that, we'll see if it's actually going to work well. All right. So, it's going to change a little bit, but I think we can live with whatever I can, whatever I can come up with to make things, tweak them a little bit. And since it is a truck, I don't know how perfect these things were to get go in the beginning. All right, so this was real short. I just wanted to give you a little quick update on the doors. They look good to me. And since I'm the only one's going to see this part of the door, then who gives a heck,
I see it.
All right. See y'all later. Bye. What?
What's the matter with it?
Nothing.